So, another episode, another day of glorious progress. What up, guys? It's your boy Lamefoot Pete, and welcome to my another Ironman progress episode. I've noticed in last 3 episodes, a lot of people are watching my videos with English subtitles, so I'll try to focus more on pronouncing the English words, since English is not my primary language. So feel free to let me know in the comments below if some words are hard to understand, and put a timestamp there as well. Anyways, I have noticed I am very close to finishing all the sub-quests for Recipe for Disaster, as the biggest obstacle is getting 70 cooking. Which at the end of the day, it shouldn't be that much of an issue. And the final reward, Barrows gloves, are just too good to pass up. So let's grab Kitten from Gertrude, because you need that for Evil Dave subquest. And let's continue with finishing the Witch's House, which is the prerequisite quest for the Lumbridge guide. In the Witch's House, all you need to do is avoid the patrolling witch so she doesn't teleport you out of her house. Then pick up the key to the shed from the fountain. Kill all 4 forms of the witch's experiment. Grab the ball in the shed. Teleport out and return the ball to the boy. Boom, Witch's House finished. 6.3k hit points XP and 4 quest points. So all the prerequisite quests for freeing the Lumbridge guide have been finished. So let's continue with the prerequisite quests to free Evil Dave. That means completing the Golem and Shadow of the Storm. So quest the Golem finished. 1k XP to crafting and thieving. There is no combat involved in this quest, but yoink, my gems now. The next quest on the list is Shadow of the Storm, where I'll be fighting the Agrithnar as the quote-unquote quest boss on this one. And the fight is very interesting because he detects your protection prayers and he's attacking in the style you're not praying against, but considering all his max hits are 10 with melee and magic, I will be just protecting from magic and tanking the melee. Yeah, this method works just fine. Also, I brought my Silverlight, as you need to deal the final blow with the Silverlight, otherwise he heals up some HP. So there he goes, Agrithnar defeated, and I've turned my Silverlight into Darklight by completing this quest, because you can upgrade the Darklight later in the game to Arclight, which is even better weapon against the demons. Anyways, the chunk of 10k XP goes to defense, because I can't use the chunk on prayer, and therefore Shadow of the Storm finished. Next on the list is Legends quest for the subquest Ceramic Vase for Recipe for Disaster. Luckily I don't have to complete the whole Legends quest, but the part for the subquest is at the very beginning of the Legends quest, but I'm gonna do Legends quest later on because it packs some nice XP rewards, which is 4 chunks of 30,000 XP to a lot of possible skills, and I'll probably put all those chunks to Herblore. Alright, so I safely cut my way into the Karazi jungle, which is south of Karamja, and there should be a vanilla pot somewhere. Are those the vanilla? Yeah, the vanilla plants. So there's the vanilla pot. I'm picking a bunch more because you never know where you might need it later. And I think I'm done with all those prerequisite quests for Recipe for Disaster. So let's take them one by one. First is freeing the Lumbridge guide, for which I need the Cake of Guidance, which is, well, cooked from basic resources like egg, pot of flour, bucket of milk. But I need to hand these ingredients to Wizard Treyborn in the Wizard's Tower. Here you will be participating in a few minigames like guess the correct NPC from a quest, answering general questions about old school RuneScape, and then a memory test where you are shown 10 items and then you must answer a question about them. So in this case, which item begins on letter M? Mind Talisman. Man, the Quest Helper plugin kinda ruined the immersion for me. So anyways, let's mix the ingredients, cook the Cake of Guidance, then hand the cake to the Lumbridge guide, 2.5k XP to cooking and magic, and of course the increased access to the Killermancer chest. So, next on the list is the subquest Recipe for Disaster Skrech Aglogui. I'm probably pronouncing the name wrong, but it is what it is. And to free Skrech Aglogui, I need to Jumply Chompy. Well, not sure how to get this, but Rance will definitely tell me in the Feldip Hills. And if I'm getting this correctly, he will tell me how to get the Jubbly Chompy if I help Rance to get to Karamja. So I haul a boat out of the dead tree, get a regular Chompy, cook the Chompy next to the Taibo One-Eye village, and then Rance's kids will smell the Chompy I just cooked on the Karamja and they will help me to get back to Feldip Hills. Well, at least that's what I think happened. So now Rance teaches me how to get the Jubbly Chompy, and that means inflating the toad and then inflating it again, and then strap the inflated toad to a rock so it doesn't fly away. And that is the Jubbly bird. Hell yeah. So Jubbly bird killed, plucked, cooked, and delivered. So there it is, further increased access to Culinomancer chest and some cooking, woodcutting, range and crafting XP. 3 council members left. I thought I would do the Evil Dave subquest for a Recipe for Disaster, but like my kitten has absolutely 0 chance of catching these rats. So I believe I'll do something else until my kitten grows and then come back here. Yeah, like as you can see, my kitten absolutely 0 chance of catching these mice. So I guess I'll go to the mess hall on Zea because that's currently the fastest way how I can level up my cooking, considering I have absolutely no raw food in my bank. And the XP rates are kinda solid. So I'll see you in like 90 minutes. Okay, any second now. Yes, there it is. My kitten has grown into a healthy cat that can hunt for itself. By the way, I'm 61 cooking, so I'll finish this inventory of savory stew and then I'm heading back to Evil Dave's basement to finish the Evil Dave subquest. So basically, I need my cat to catch these hell mice in the Evil Dave's basement, and they have a chance of dropping either brown, yellow, red or orange spice. And then I have to go by trial and error which and how many spice do I actually need for the correct spicy stew. So right now I've dropped the brown spice. So let's try to use 1 dose of the brown spice on the stew and check with Evil Dave if that is the correct number of doses of the brown spice. So let's use the spicy stew on Evil Dave. Yeah, nothing like the stew I taste, all the spices are wrong. So now I know that 1 dose of brown spice is not enough. So let's try giving 2 doses to the stew. And let's check the 2 dose of brown spice. And he says the amount of 1 spice is right, but others are wrong. So now I know that 2 doses of the brown spice are correct. So now I need just to drop enough of red, orange and yellow spices from these hell rats and repeat the process. Yeah, that's right, totally evil, exactly how it tasted. Nice. Sadly, the amount of spices that you need for this food is like random for every character. So you need to figure that out yourself, but like the way I showed you is essentially like how are you supposed to do it. So let's hand it in. So 7k cooking XP and ability to make spicy stew. Spicy stew are stews which can boost all your skills ranging from -5 to +5 at random. It is based on the type of spice and the amount I have used, same as the stew for Evil Dave. But because it can backfire to negative numbers, if I'd be using these it would be just to craft items below my current skills or achievement diaries. 62 cooking. So now it's time to make Creme brulee supreme for the subquest Ceramic Vase. So use the raw chicken on the golden chicken statue, kill 1 black dragon in the evil chicken lair, pick up its dragon token, then protecting from magic and killing the evil chicken. After the evil chicken perishes, pick up the evil chicken's egg. Now it's time to mix the bucket of milk with the pot of cream and use the milky mixture on the corn flour. Adding the evil chicken's egg, the vanilla pot, grinding the diamond branch to make cinnamon, using the cinnamon on the milky mixture as well. Checking I have these mist gloves, and then let's use the dragon token to summon the drake, who will cook the creme brulee supreme for me. There it is, finally. So now I can just hand in the creme brulee supreme to ceramic vase, and I'm finished with this subquest. So finally ceramic vase is freed, so now only one council member remains, which is the monkey ambassador. So we are heading to Ape Atoll. Well, as soon as I get 70 cooking, so now it's back to mess hall and then Ape Atoll. 70 cooking, there we go, finally I can cook Admiral Pie. Most importantly, I can do the monkey ambassador, which is the last subquest before the recipe for disaster finale. So for King Awuji, if I'm pronouncing the name correctly, I'll need to cook snake stuffed with red bananas and a special kind of monkey nuts. For that I'll need the gorilla gree-gree, ninja monkey gree-gree and zombie monkey gree-gree. Luckily for me, I still remember how to make those gree-grees. I'll need one set of each respective monkey bones and some monkey talismans. So here are gorilla bones, small ninja monkey bones, and zombie monkey bones. And here are the 3 monkey talismans that I'll need to make the gree-grees. So now it's time to run the intestine-like dungeon below the Ape Atoll to Zoonok, who will make the gree-grees for me. So here they are, all 3 gree-grees that I need. And the way I see it is I'm gonna be making 3 stuffed snakes just in case I burn some. So here's the 3rd snake corpse. Here's the 3rd red banana, of course, slice them all up. And here are the chicken nuts, so let's grind them with my pestle and mortar and stuff them into the snake. So got 3 stuffed snakes, hopefully at least one will cook perfectly. So here it goes, and yes, first try, let's go. So let's cook the remaining snakes because they heal for 20 HP and complete the quest. So there it is, 10k XP to cooking and agility and an ape teleport spell learned. Alright, I forgot I need 175 quest points and finish the horror from the deep. Would I like the fastest quest where I can get 16 quest points combined? So here's Romeo and Juliet, 5 quest points. X marks the spot, 1 quest point. Vampire Slayer, 3 quest points. Sheep Herder, 4 quest points. Monk's Friend finished, 1 quest point. I've also finished the Alfred Grimhand's bar crawl, but because that's a mini quest and not a regular quest, it's not rewarding any quest points. But I figured out I can get the 2 remaining quest points by finishing the actual Horror from the Deep, which is also the quest I need for the finale of Recipe for Disaster. In Horror from the Deep you are fighting a regular Dagannoth, which is pretty easy considering you can safe spot him by the NPC that's sitting on the floor. But you're also fighting a Dagannoth mother who is capable of using melee and ranged, who changes color every 18 seconds, and she can be only damaged by the attack style corresponding to her current color. So white is air spells, blue is water spells, brown is earth spells, red are fire spells, orange is melee and green is ranged. And for some reason, even though she's able to use ranged, she is not attacking me at all in this safe spot. And Dagannoth Mother falls, and as soon as she falls, the quest is finished. So we got some nice XP to strength, ranged and magic, and I'm out of here. So now it's time for the grand finale of the Recipe for Disaster. I'll be fighting previous quest bosses, so first on the list is Agrithnana. Similar to Agrithnar from the Shadow of the Storm, he uses Fire Blast at a distance and melee up close. So my strategy is boost myself with super attack, strength and defense and kill him before he kills me. Agrithnana goes down, 5 bosses left, so let's resupply. Next on the line is Flambéed, which is Farid from Desert Treasure 1, so ice gloves are mandatory again. He's also once again weak against water spells, and you can also snare him, so magic is the way to go. Just bind, snare or entangle and feed him some water spells, in my case the water wave. 30 max hit. Damn right. After Flamby dies, it's time to resupply again, and now we're fighting Caramel, who is Camille from the Desert Treasure 1. This one is weak to fire, and I'm bringing my Chaos Gauntlets and Firebolt combo because you are also getting reduced stats once again. And this one also feels much harder to kill than the previous two bosses. Also, I've just realized, isn't she like much easier to kill if I'm on melee range? I mean, that's the question, because she has higher range skill and also 20 max hit on her ranged attacks. Anyways, let's hop to Frog's Enclave to restore my lost stats. And time to fight the Desert, who is Desus from the Desert Treasure 1. I'm bringing full mage with some combo food, and similar to Agrithnana, the strategy is just kill him before he kills me. Even with my super defense potion, he's pretty accurate and he's packing a max hit of 19, so that's why I brought the combo food. The only thing that seems like an advantage for me is he has only 130 hit points. And as soon as he goes down, it's time for Gelatinous Mother, which is, in my humble opinion, the hardest boss in all the Recipe for Disaster finale. She has the same color mechanic as the Dagonoth Mother in Horror from the Deep. And instead of regular ranged attack, she attacks with ranged and magic simultaneously, and both have max hit of 20. So this is my setup for the Gelatinous Mother. I'm bringing my Rune Plate Skirt just to compensate for some defense against melee and ranged. Hopefully this will be enough. So sip my super potions and let's do it. Even though I'm on melee range, she is still using her ranged and magic attack. Well, my only advantage, it seems like she's not very accurate. Just look at this, she's still hitting 4-0. Well, the same thing could be said about me because I'm not very accurate either. Down she goes, so now it's me against the Culinomancer himself. The Culinomancer has technically absolutely no defense, but he is able to hit 25. And also the magic hit, which hits for 25, has a flat 1 in 3 chance of hitting me, which bypasses my magic defense, so I'm going in again full melee, full gas, and kill him before he kills me. So there it is, Culinomancer is finally defeated. I'm done with the Recipe for Disaster. So we got a 20k XP lamp, which can be also banked, and full access to the Culinomancer chest. And who am I kidding, the XP lamp goes to Herblore. So now it's time to reap the fruits of my labor. Barrows gloves, hello there. Plus 12 to all melee and range attack and defense bonus, plus 6 to magic attack and defense bonus, and plus 12 melee strength. These are one of the best in slot gloves in the entire game for now, so they will last me for a long time. Well, time to AFK the baby blue dragons for a while because my prayer ain't gonna level itself. Anyway folks, that's everything for today's episode, so hit like if you like, consider a sub, drop some feedback in the comments below, and I'll see you next time. Peace.